Kelly has been cooking passionately since the age of 3 and knows how children love to get involved in the kitchen. Kelly Berry is our guest for today, and she just started her own business called Little Chefs. Kelly is dedicated to teaching healthy lifestyle choices and loves to cook for her family and friends. And her background is as a lawyer, but she came back to find her true calling. So when Kelly isn't raising her 3 beautiful children, Maddie 7, Charlotte 6, and Owen 4, you can find her running road races, exercising, hosting parties for her friends, and 3 siblings, and 7 nieces and nephews. That's a big family you got there.
Yes.
Good Berry reunions.
I cook a lot of food.
Yeah, I cook a lot of food. Sounds good. So Kelly, start by telling us where you grew up.
I grew up on the South Shore in a town called Duxbury, and it was a lovely town. We have a great beach.
Right.
It was a great town.
And what made you decide to go into the legal field as opposed to culinary?
Well, I knew I loved to cook, but I also knew I wanted to help people, and I thought that I could really help people in a meaningful way and through law, and I did for many years. It was an amazingly rewarding experience.
And did you work locally in Boston and around this area?
Yep, I worked at a law firm in Boston, and I did medical malpractice, and I absolutely loved it. Feels like a different part of my life, but I loved it.
And then did you take time off from that after having kids?
Yes, after I had my kids, I worked for a while, and then the third one came along, and I decided that it was just a little too much to manage. Being in the law profession, it's very time consuming, and I wanted to focus more on raising my children. So for a while I was a stay-at-home mom, but I was kind of missing something.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. So what was there an aha moment?
Yeah.
Where you decided, you know, I really should be, since I cook all the time.
Yeah. So the
How did that happen? Right.
There was an aha moment. I definitely had a vision. I know this sounds crazy, but I had a vision. When my eyes were closed, I knew exactly what it would look, what the logo would look like, what the name was going to be, what I was going to do, what the focus was going to be on. It was definitely a moment that I saw it clear as day. But this has been many years in the making, because I basically do my job every day of my life for my family and friends. So it was only a matter of time until it slipped into my passion project.
And how long has the business been? How long since it started? Has it been a few months, a year?
I just started the company in the new year, just in January in 2016. So 2016 has been the year of Little Chefs for me.
Yeah. Awesome. And I love the outfits. I saw the photos.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the red aprons and the whole attire. So do you give all your little chefs the red aprons to wear?
We always have our red aprons on, and I came up with red because, shockingly, I don't know, maybe it's not shockingly, I didn't want this to be a girls' cooking class, by no means, and I never was going to promote it as such. I wanted a gender-neutral color, but it's very spicy, because cooking is fun and colorful and spicy and vibrant, and I thought red would be a really great color for the aprons.
Yeah.
And so it makes for great photos too.
Yeah, it does. It looks really good on the photos.
And they look absolutely precious.
They do. So cute. And do you give them hats? Do they go little chef hats?
So we during a cooking class, we always do a craft project, and a lot of times the craft is to decorate a chef hat.
Oh, how fun. So what ages of kids do you normally take?
So what sets Little Chefs apart from other cooking classes in the area is that I think that even the youngest of children enjoy cooking. So we start at about 3 years old. I could even cater a menu to toddlers, 2-year-olds.
Oh wow, look at that.
It would be a shorter
Yeah.
class, maybe a simpler food item, but nonetheless, the children love it.
They love it.
So Little Chef starts at 3 years old.
Okay. And how long is one of your classes?
So I have a few different models, but generally my parties and and private classes are about 2 hours long. For younger children or in a school setting, it's a 1 hour mini, I would call it a mini class, where we do just a few different food selections. Whereas a full class, I do from start to finish. We do sides, entree, dessert, sometimes 2 desserts.
Wow, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
And have you started it through the rec center, or is this something that you're just doing primarily out of your home, or how does it work?
So I do it. I don't teach cooking classes in my home, because we're moving house this week. So we're this month. So it's not working. It's not out of my home, but we are mobile in people's homes. And I do teach classes at the rec department. I teach classes at several after-school programs and child care centers and farms and summer camps.
So you were just driving everywhere.
Yes, I
You're
will go.
You're a busy lady.
Yes. And I
So
love
it's just
it.
like running road races. It's just,
But in my car.
In your car.
I always, it's
With
very,
bags of groceries.
it's very amusing. I used to have like bikes and scooters, my children's things in my trunk, and now I have like a backup supply of flour and sugar and
well, in case they
vanilla.
ever get hungry. And it smells good in there all the time because of the vanilla, right? Your car must be like delicious.
It's delicious.
All the kids would want to get into your car all the time.
Yeah,
It smells good in there.
You never know when you're going to run out of sugar.
That's a very, very valid fact. Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. Well, that's awesome. So tell us some of the most recent places that you've started teaching your classes at.
I definitely go into people's homes a lot. And parents loved the model where they will have a cocktail hour or a party, social party for themselves, and we teach a class to the children in a separate part of the house. That's really fun and a very popular option. So, and I am at Lansing Farm has been a great place. We work really well together, and I'm Wellesley Rec Department, and the Goddard School is going to be
On board.
offering Little Chefs classes, which is
very
very
nice.
exciting, and the Tobin School. So I'm a little bit everywhere.
Yeah. And how do you keep all this together? What's the secret juice? Is it that sugar that's in your car that dive into every so often?
Well, I don't think I keep it all together. I get by.
Right. Yeah. So it's the Google Calendar is pretty organized and full.
Yes, and a lot of cooperation from my very, very, very accommodating husband who helps out when he can.
Do the kids participate? Do they come with you and help you teach classes?
They have taken many classes just because logistically I have them.
Right. I was going to say the 4-year-old.
Yeah, for my preschool
Must
class.
be one of your major chefs.
Yes, he is. He's a #1 supporter.
Excellent. Sounds great. So give us an idea of what's next for you in the next 6 months after you move homes.
Yeah.
Right, and unpack.
Well,
what's on the schedule?
So for Little Chefs, we're just getting into a routine where we'll be offering our classes to more locations, and we'll just be more accessible to people. So it's been a fun road learning where we fit the best, and now we're going to implement it.
Okay, no, that sounds great.
Yeah.
And will you be teaching through the summer for summer classes? It's
Absolutely.
open?
I'm at summer camps and at after-school programs this summer.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. And so tell us your website again and how we can log on and register.
Great. Little Chefs is www.littlechefs.net, and all of my classes are. I can email you the information because it really changes week to week at this point, and my email address is Kelly, Kelly, @littlechefs.net.
Exactly. So if someone wants to schedule something, they can email you, and then you can have a personalized, customized schedule.
Exactly.
Excellent. Sounds great. Well, that's keeping you busy.
I'm staying busy. It's very fun.
Busy. Awesome. And so tell us what else, any other information that you'd like us to have.
Oh, yeah.
Throw it out there.
I think many people might assume that we are for older children and girls.
Right.
And my experience over the last 6 or 7 months has been that this is absolutely an amazing class for toddler age boys. I get a call almost every day for a 4-year-old boy's birthday party. It's unbelievable. And let me tell you,
it must be the red color.
It's the red. It worked.
And the hats they get to decorate, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I would definitely just think that it's a really amazing opportunity, and don't think that if your child loves cooking, it doesn't matter what age or what gender, encourage it.
Right. And have you ever had any children who didn't really think they liked cooking, and then they came and took one of your classes and discovered, wow, this is really kind of fun?
Yes, my daughter.
Yeah.
She pushed back very hard on this because she doesn't like cooking. She just wants the cooking done for her, and she wants to be served.
Wow.
But then,
don't we all?
Right.
Really.
But then she took one of my Little Chefs classes, and she learned how to make her own. She knows she loves eggs. She learned how to make them because I taught her how to crack an egg and scramble it. And I do all the stove stuff. Obviously, I turn on the heat and everything. But she now gets up every morning and makes her own eggs.
Wow.
And she said she wants to learn how to make more things.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Look at that. Nice. A little less work for mommy.
I sit and enjoy the eggs that she makes.
Right. And then she could offer like a course in like professional, different kinds of eggs. And
she's getting a little creative.
You can have her in as an adjunct.
Yeah. Well, I always have guest teachers, and she might just come in as my egg specialist.
There you go.
Yeah.
Everyone needs an egg specialist.
I know.
And what is the oldest child that's ever taken one of your classes that you've had so far?
So about 11 or 12 years old is a good age. That's about the age that they are the oldest in my class, although we do a little more sophisticated. 11 and 12-year-olds, preteens, are really great because they have a little more adventurous palate, so I can cook some really exciting things with them.
Chop up some jalapenos.
Yeah, I do. because they're not afraid of a little spice here and there.
Jalapeno cupcakes.
Yeah. But after about when they turn 13 is about when I asked them to become an assistant instead of a student.
Right. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And so that you let them take charge and direct
Absolutely.
some of the stuff.
They become my little sous chef.
So it's really very interactive as well.
It's very interactive.
Very nice.
It's a very interactive experience where they're trying new things and getting their hands into different things that they never had experienced before.
Right. Exciting.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, what kind of stories do you remember? Some of the comments, some funny moments, some things that stayed with you that your students have mentioned or done?
Well, I have had many special needs children, and one special needs child sticks out in my mind because he absolutely felt like on top of the world because he was able to mix the muffin batter, and just little things like that that brings me such joy, knowing that I'm bringing him and his family joy.
Right.
That is a extremely positive outcome from a Little Chef's class.
Right.
I've had some funny things happen over the course of
any food fights?
No food fights, but I did drop. This was awful. This was a low Little Chef's moment.
Yeah.
It was all me. It wasn't the children. I was taking a bowl of wet ingredients from one counter to another, and I dropped it all over someone's floor.
Oh, nice.
So that happened.
Yeah.
Luckily, we were able to quickly clean it up in a matter of minutes. The homeowners didn't even, basically, didn't even know it happened.
Well, that's just, that's nice about the messes. They're totally fixable. Right?
Yes.
It's not permanent. It's
We
good.
cleaned it up and we moved on, and we
I'm sure they enjoyed cleaning it up too.
No, the children stayed in their seats. I was like, don't move, don't move.
Is it like just food, or is it broken glass? And
Oh, no, nothing broke. I use only plastic.
Oh,
I'm
good,
teaching
okay.
children how to cook.
That's a good thing to know.
Yes.
The safety first.
But it
you're
sure
on top
was.
of that.
Sure was some broken eggs in between my toes, but I got it out.
It's a good pedicure too, right?
Good
Works in so
moisturizer.
many ways.
That was a funny experience.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
that sounds great. Well, Kelly, it's been a pleasure.
This
And
has been
I'm
wonderful.
waiting for you to put it together in a book,
Oh.
so that I can have you come back, and then you'll tell us about the book you put together.
I have a lot
All
of
the-
I have a
all
lot
the
of ideas.
recipes. I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I love it. It's great. It's great. Always great to have a woman entrepreneur.
Thank you.
So thank you so much, and
Thank you
this
for
has been
having
so
me.
much fun. And hopefully we'll get more people to sign up for your classes and keep you going really busy.
The more the merrier. I hope we can reach as many children as possible.
I'm sure. And what's not to love about cooking? So
Thank you.
thank you, Kelly. So this has been another great episode of Chatting It Up, and thanks so much for joining us, and hope to see you again soon.